Have you ever built a deck out of spite? Maybe someone in your pod needed a hard counter. Maybe someone in your LGS was bringing a CEDH deck to pub stomp unsuspecting victims. Or maybe Wizards of the Coast printed the wrong coloured giant legendary when all I've wanted for the longest time is a Naya giant. Please Wizards, this is my official request. I just need a Naya giant to ramp in green and then throw the biggest, baddest red and white giants at my opponents in a big dumb typal deck. Mario even put a giant archer as a creature type in his Wilds of Eldraine teaser, and you screwed it up and gave me this. Beluna Grandsquall. You were this close to greatness. You were one colour pip away from a beautiful design. You just needed to swap this degenerate blue pip for a white one, and instead you printed this generic lazy temur feet up could have been anyone adventure commander bait card. Not only that, you made sure that I got her in my pre-release pack and not even on colour with anything else that I cracked. My Dimir fairies went 2 and 2. So this is my commander deck tech for Beluna Grandsquall, built out of 2 months of spite from her staring at me from my binder and a little bit of inspiration from my favourite Universes Beyond set. I call this Anywhere But Here. In her defense, Beluna isn't a terrible commander. Cheapens permanents and a 4/4 with trample for 3. Plus the upside of card advantage in the command zone can never be laughed at. The main chunk of this deck is the best of what adventures have to offer us, and getting the most out of 2-for-1 spells. A mix of good permanents like Questing Druid, Illithid Harvester, and Tinkali Hunter, along with a few flies and tramplers, means you'll always be a threat and have something on the board to cause at least a little bit of a concern. Adventures mean you have a great range of options and an answer in your deck for just about everything. From artifact removal in Battle Display and Bear Down, counter spells in Mesmeric Glare and Psionic Pulse, card draw in Scan the Clouds and Sand Augury, and then board control with Steam Clean, Rage of Winter, Croaking Curse, and Plant Tadpoles. Then Kellen Inquisitive Prodigy, being a triple threat of ramp, draw, and removal, and you're well on your way to a solid deck. Lucky Clover and Chancellor of Tales add that extra value kick from doubling effects, while Edgewall Innkeeper, Storyteller Pixie, and Archmage Emeritus give you a decent card draw engine for doing just about anything this deck wants to do. Goblin Anarchomancer, Goblin Electromancer, Rattleclaw Mystic, and Cultivate round out the ramp package to make sure you can cast as many adventures as soon as you can. But adventures have never really been that strong, so let's see what we can do to help that. Araxa, Feldorn, and the Lost and the Damned give you some extra bodies plus upside, cast some cheapened adventured creatures, and then get some alien wolves swing in with a buffed board. The Sisterhood of Khan, Flaming Tyrannosaurus, and Memory Worm can all get very big very quickly, while hitting a few nice targets along the way. Now Thashi and Mizzix give you the opportunity to copy creatures you've already sent on an adventure. Imagine an army of unblockable 6/6 serpents. The damage from Keeper of Secrets and Passionate Archaeologist will very quickly add up, while Delayed Blast Fireball and Impending Flux are amazing one-sided board wipes. We still have the classics of Chain Reaction and Blasphemous Act because this deck can be a little bit slow at times, and if you're saving up cards in Exile, you might need that extra board wipe to stall for a little bit of time. Adventures aren't our only option for casting from Exile. Riversong's Diary lets you steal instants and sorceries that people have already cast, and then cast them for free. The Foretold Soldier is an amazing repeat threat. Wild Magic Sorcerer turns anything on an adventure into Cascade. And speaking of Cascade, Maelstrom Wander is a fantastic late game threat that can very quickly build up a board state to swing in with haste. If Cascade is a little too old school for you, Chimil and Hit the Motherload bring a little bit of discovery into the mix. And this is all right as I'm getting used to drafting OTJ with its plot cards. There's some amazing choices in there that I'm sure will fit in very nicely. And of course, this wouldn't be a Doctor Who inspired deck without including a Doctor in it. So we have both the 12th and 13th Doctor with some serious upside and the opportunity to become big threats in the right situation. Throw in a basic Temur land package, a Sol Ring, an Arcane Signet, and you're ready to go. If this deck sounds fun to you, the entire deck list is down below for you to peruse, and if you want to see it played, we've chucked it up on our gameplay streams before. My name is Tom from Nerds of the West. If you enjoy these kind of deck techs, please do let me know. I do want to make more of them. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.